Hej, kontynuujemy Let's Playa z Face Noir. Ostatnio Jack Del Nero dowiedział się, że ten gagatek Malone jest zamieszany w całą tę dziwną intrygę, jest poplecznikiem Marsetiego i jego szajki. No i teraz pojechał dość lekkomyślnie, moim zdaniem, na posterunek policji, by wygarnąć Malone'owi, co o nim wszystkim sądzi i jak bardzo jest oburzony jego zachowaniem.
The service officer's post.
Hey, you. If you're looking for Lieutenant Malone, you're not lucky at all. He left half an hour ago.
Where'd he go?
I don't know, but he left this for you.
Malone has disappeared. The only thing he left is this piece of paper with a number on it. 555-7589.
Jakieś liczby. Co mogą te liczby oznaczać? Najprawdopodobniej takie pierwsze podstawowe skojarzenie się nasuwa numer telefonu.
Let me guess. We have to go somewhere.
Essex Street, Lower East Side.
Okay.
Wracamy więc do domu, do naszego apartamentu, po to, by zadzwonić pod wskazany numer.
New York operator here. How can I help you?
Can you dial a number for me?
What's the number?
555-7589.
Wait a second.
Hello?
Malone, is that you?
Del Nero. I'm happy to see you got my message.
Yeah, and I have also found out a couple of interesting things about you.
You don't know nothing, Del Nero.
You're on Marsetti's payroll, I know that. You think it's enough?
So go report me to the head detective. No, wait. Go tell the police chief in person. If you don't know their names, you can find them in that notebook you took from Marsetti.
I see you know about the notebook.
I was informed about it.
Let me guess. You were the one that Marsetti was talking to when he realized that I wasn't just one of the many detectives passing through his joint.
Looks like you listened to the telephone call.
Yeah.
Del Nero, this is too big for you. This isn't some jealous wife who kills her husband or some rich guy knocked off because of a will. Get out of the city. Take the girl with you if you want, but disappear forever.
Thanks for the advice, but I intend to get to the bottom of this.
Why did you do it? It's certainly not to get justice for your old pal McLean.
Could be. After all, he gave his life to protect a kid. I think he deserves it.
I didn't take you for such a sentimental guy.
Everyone has his defects.
Del Nero, if you really want to know what's going on, be at Ellis Island in a half an hour, and I'll tell you everything.
Ellis Island? Who's to say it isn't just a trap?
No one, but I'm sure you'll be there. You're a guy who's more curious than careful.
Ellis Island. Half an hour.
Don't be late.
Rzeczywiście Jack Del Nero jest ryzykantem i na pewno podejmie tę lekkomyślną decyzję i spotka się, przynajmniej pojedzie, by spotkać się z Malonem. Z drugiej strony też chyba nie ma żadnej sensownej alternatywy, bo co innego mógłby zrobić? W swojej sytuacji musi ryzykować.
You know how to get to Ellis Island?
What you want to do at Ellis Island in middle of night?
Just answer the question.
Of course I know get to Ellis Island.
Okay, let's go. Ellis Island. Any immigrant who came to improve his lot in this country knows this island. This is where they put you the first time you set foot in America. As soon as you get off the boat, a guy with an elegant white lab coat visits you. If you don't have health or mental problems, you're allowed to enter the registration room. There, some kind of inspector asks you all kinds of information about you. Where you were born, how much money you have, and if you have a criminal record. If you answer correctly to all these questions, welcome. Starting today, you're part of the grand old USA too.
Przed nami statua wolności. I jest stary, dobry znajomy Malone.
Hi, Del Nero.
Malone.
A man was killed at the Melville port tonight by the usual suspects. That's basically what I was supposed to write in the report about the McLean homicide. That's what Black Lily ordered me to do. But something changed their plans. Your friend was able to escape, hide the girl, and call the police. And if that weren't enough, he decided to call you too. He knew that the people who were looking for him wouldn't have had any problems buying the silence of some lieutenant or even of the police chief. So he needed someone he considered to be incorruptible. You.
Sean always thought too much of my honesty.
Even before escorting you to the department, I had instructions to frame you. You had a history with McLean, and that made things easier for me. The point was to keep you here until the men from Black Lily, disguised as forensics, collected everything they needed from the port.
A perfect plan.
Right. But your friend got involved, paying your bail and pointing you to the trail of the real killers of your former colleague. Even if you were out on bail, I never thought you'd make it all the way to Marcetti.
It seems that, as a detective, I'm not a complete washout yet. And it also seems that you are not as honest as the award hanging in the police department affirms with so much pride.
Well, that isn't just a simple award, Del Nero. It's a promissory note on my soul.
Explain that.
I received that award from Mayor Weston for having caught Samuel Cutter, the former boss of Black Lily here in New York.
Yes, I know the case. And I'm also smart enough to understand that not everything is as rosy as it seems.
Cutter wasn't well seen, and the organization didn't like it. They knew that with the public opinion against them, getting control over the city wouldn't have been as easy as it had been in the past. So they decided to get Cutter and all the people connected to him arrested. At least, that's what they wanted the people to believe in. Actually, the only ones who ended up in the slammer were simple collaborators and a few small-time crooks. In some cases, even regular folks who for some reason had a debt with them.
Patrick Olson.
Well, he was one of the many.
Malone, why are you telling me this story?
Because you are my only chance at redemption, Del Nero, at least in part for everything I've done over the years.
Do you think that by letting me live, I'll destroy an organization like Black Lily? Malone, I'm a private detective, not a superhero in a kid's comic book.
I'm not expecting anything from you, Del Nero, but given how the organization is persisting on looking for the girl, I guess she's got to be pretty important to them. And if they can't find her, maybe something might change.
They'll get rid of you as soon as they figure out what you're doing.
If that's how things are supposed to go, let them.
What are you planning to do now?
Nothing. I'll just wait and see what happens. And there's no better place to do that than in front of a huge statue that symbolizes justice.
Whatever you want.
Well, good luck, Del Nero. May destiny smile on you.
I don't believe in destiny, Malone.
I'm sure.
I leave Malone with his thoughts and go away. Maybe his advice to get a change of scene isn't as bad as it seems. Maybe that's what I should do. I should disappear. All of a sudden, a hiss interrupts my thoughts, and then silence again, a silence full of death. Malone crumples over as if he were without a skeleton, a limp body that hits the floor. Then a second hiss, a sharp pain in my neck. I fall on my knees. My muscles aren't responding to me. Anesthetic. My vision starts to get cloudy. I fall into darkness.
I hate people who are late, and the guy that I'm waiting for should have been here more than an hour ago. I can't stand it. I can't stand any of the reasons why people are late. Whether they didn't plan their time properly, had a problem, or even worse, know that the person who's waiting for them doesn't have a choice. The man that should have been here an hour ago has documents that I need to have if I want to leave this state with the girl. Without those, I would have to stay in this dump for who knows how long. All of a sudden, the joint's door starts to creak. Someone's coming in. A horrible stench of cologne fills me nostrils. It's him. It's Smiley. He sits down at the bar and starts talking like we were old friends. I cut him short and I ask him if he has what I need. He puts the documents on the table, a nautical passport and a permit to let the girl get on board. He tells me that the passport is missing the photograph and that I'll have to get one myself. Then he takes a napkin and writes a name. Sainte Marie de la Mer. This is the name of the ship that I have to take to leave New York. Getting on a mercantile ship pretending to be a sailor is the only way that I have found to leave the state. And according to what Smiley says, I'll have to get to Brooklyn to do so. I expressly asked to set sail from Newark, but Smiley doesn't seem to have understood. I'm grasped by an incredible desire to punch him in the face, but it's not the time. I give Smiley the money. $50. Too much for false documents, but not that excessive considering that they are the only way to save me life. After taking the money, Smiley sputters something that sounds like good luck and leaves. Taken with him the stench of his cologne, dabbed on in the hope of hiding the chemical stench of the crap he works with all day. Ridiculous. The guy that I almost put in the slammer a few years back for forging documents is now the same guy from whom I'm buying me freedom. Destiny is a strange thing.
Dużo różnych rzeczy się zadziało tak nagle. Pierwsza sprawa to tuż przy symbolizującej sprawiedliwość statule wolności karząca ręka sprawiedliwości dosięga Malona, który prawdopodobnie ginie. Chociaż no nie wiemy tego na 100%. No i druga sprawa to nasz stary, dobry znajomy, no niekoniecznie dobry, Smiley, załatwia dokumenty fałszywe McLeanowi. No i w dokumentach brakuje zdjęcia. Swoją drogą tak, ciekawa sprawa, bo wiemy, że Smiley ma jakieś powiązania z Marsettim, więc taka hipoteza może gdzieś zakiełkować w głowie, że mógł Marsettiemu zdradzić, gdzie jest dziewczynka i gdzie jest Sean, ale trudno wyrokować. W każdym razie taką hipotezę też trzeba brać na poważnie.
These are the documents that Smiley brought me. Better take them. John Ford? That idiot Smiley used the first name he thought of to falsify these documents. Knowing him, I should have checked them out before giving him the money. But apart from breaking his nose, there isn't much I could have done. I'll need to leave this state as soon as possible, and I definitely don't have time to redo the documents considering that I need a photograph for them to be useful.
No właśnie, czyli musimy się skupić na zrobieniu zdjęcia. Fajna jest ta sceneria, podobają mi się takie miejsca na odludziu, też takie pogrążone w mroku scenerie z fajnymi dźwiękami, bo słychać tutaj dźwięki przyrody. Też muzyka, którą już chyba słyszeliśmy gdzieś w dokach, nam przygrywa i świetnie się wpasowuje w ten klimat. To byłaby dobra lokacja dla nawet mroczniejszych gier, dla horrorów.
A cornfield. It's in bad shape. Most of the plants are dry or rotten. I'll take a few kernels of corn. I took the only kernels that aren't rotten.
Tutaj wezmę te ziarna, zobaczę też, co tutaj się znajduje.
It's a sort of photographic set. There are some wires running under the platform. This stuff probably needs to be plugged in.
Potrzebujemy zdjęcia, mamy pod ręką plan zdjęciowy, więc do dzieła.
It doesn't work. I don't think it's plugged in.
Czyli właściciela placówki będziemy musieli chyba zapytać o ten plan, może nam go uruchomi. Jeszcze zabierzemy popielniczkę przy okazji.
That could be helpful. I don't have any idea what I could do with it, but I'll take it anyway.
Niczym rasowy bohater przygodówek. Rzućmy jeszcze okiem na dziewczynkę.
I'm in the middle of nowhere with a stolen car and a girl that I don't even know. What a great situation.
Nie zna dziewczynki, więc pewnie nie zdaje sobie sprawy, jakie ma znaczenie dla Czarnej Lili i dla Kongregacji Pięciu. Nie wie, jaką rolę pełni, więc chyba niewiele się z jego ust dowiemy na ten temat. No i porozmawiajmy z tym panem.
What do you want, stranger?
Is this your place?
Yes, and the rifle I keep in my hands as well.
I see that there's a warm welcome in this house.
My friend, This place sees mostly farmers and truck drivers. And I don't like you, your little friend, and that guy who came in a while ago.
I'm just passing through.
I hope it. City slickers don't do well here.
Is that cornfield back there yours?
Did the Winchester send you?
No one sends me. Who are the Winchesters?
Sons of bitches who bought the farm back there a few months ago.
You don't seem to like them that much.
They're good for nothing. You just have to look at how they keep their farm. The only thing they know how to do is drink and smoke on the porch.
And why should they send someone to ask questions?
Because the other night I shot one of them in the ass. Those bastards, after dusk, they come to the back of my gas pump and they start playing with their guns. They shoot at whatever they see. I warned them that even if one of those bullets touch my pumps, the whole place is gonna blow up, but they didn't listen. So the other night, as soon as I heard them shooting, I went out and I shot one of them in the ass. And that idiot ran away yelling like a little girl.
Good story.
Stranger, this isn't a big city. This is how we take care of things around here. And the same goes for you. Give me crap and I'll turn your city ass into a calendar.
Just point your gun at me once and I'll show you the difference between your old piece and my revolver.
Ha. Odburknięcie fajne.
How does this camera out here work?
What do you want to know?
When I'm not talking to yokels, I dabble in photography.
Huh?
So, does that thing outside work or not?
No. I only use it when the Bunyan Derby goes by.
Bunyan Derby? What the hell is that?
Every March the 3rd, a marathon comes by from Los Angeles. About 200 idiots for 3 months trudge along Route 66 to New York. When they go by, they all want a photograph to remember their achievement. So I bought that thing there.
I need to take a photograph.
This is a gas station, not a photographer's lab. You need a photograph? Do like everyone else does and go see old Elliot in town. That old half-wit'll be more than happy to have a new customer.
I need it now.
And that's your problem, stranger.
I have to go.
Okay.
Cóż, czyli będziemy musieli go skłonić do tego, by uruchomił plan zdjęciowy, bądź sami będziemy musieli go
I
uruchomić.
bet that if I looked up the word yokel in the dictionary, I'd find a photograph of this guy.
Stereotypowy przykład wieśniaka. Ja nic do wieśniaków nie mam. Sam mieszkałem na wsi kiedyś. Do 90 roku, 1990.
An oil lamp.
No, ta niepozorna lampa jest takim głównym, centralnym miejscem interaktywnym tego mini rozdziałiku, tej lokacji całej.
It's the wick. It won't light up. It must be out of fuel.
Więc trzeba coś zrobić, by to paliwo znaleźć. Skoro to stacja jakaś benzynowa, stara. To może
The
tutaj
sign in
będzie.
front of the station said kerosene.
Nafta właśnie, na
One of the
przykład.
gas pumps is leaking. The pail is used to catch the leaking gas. What should I use with it? Even if there's only a few drops of kerosene, it should be enough to make the lamp work. Now it should light up without problems.
No to spróbujmy ją zapalić.
Better put the pail back in case I need more kerosene.
Szkoda tylko, że znowu przeszedł w to miejsce i musimy dodreptać sobie powolnym krokiem, statecznym do lampy. No i teraz do dzieła. Umieszczamy popielniczkę tutaj, nieco wyżej.
Fits perfectly.
No i prażymy sobie kukurydzę, bo chyba jesteśmy głodni. Ja bym sobie chętnie uprażył.
This idea is so crazy that it might just work.
Chowamy się w środku.
Damn, Winchesters, here we go again. The lesson from the last time clearly wasn't enough. Hey, you! I know you're hiding in the cornfields. Get out here if you have any guts, you sons of bitches. I'll show you.
Uruchamiamy plan zdjęciowy. No i
Now that the yokel's gone, there's nothing stopping me from using this panel.
to nie jest żadna filozofia. Każdy, nawet 3-letni gracz sobie poradzi z tym i wychodzimy na zewnątrz. No i uruchamiamy plan zdjęciowy, o ile oczywiście ten pan wieśniak nam nie przeszkodzi w tym. Ale nie widać go tu chyba. Gdzieś sobie poszedł, więc do dzieła.
Good. Now that it works, let's see if I can make it as a photographer. I take the photograph and cut it somehow. Before attaching the documents, I hesitate for a second. From now on, my name is John Fard. Sean McLean doesn't exist anymore. Sean McLean is dead. Then I make up my mind and I attach the damn photo. I don't have time to get all misty-eyed now. The documents should be fine now. I can finally get away from this place.
Sean McLean jest martwy. Prorocze słowa wypowiedział Sean. Niestety sprawdziły się. Sprawdzą się w zasadzie. Zabieramy dziewczynkę i ruszamy stąd.
It's time to go. The car's headlights slice through the dark desolation of Essex County. I look for some landmarks to make the trip less boring, but I can't find anything. There's just darkness around me, and the car whizzes by in the middle of the road.
No i przenosimy się w przyszłość.
I'm sorry for the harsh wake-up, Del Nero, but Oscar and good manners never went hand in hand.
I kind of figured that out.
You must understand him. He's been out of the boxing world for too long. When he got diagnosed with a form of mutism, he was competing for the state's heavyweight title. Unfortunately, a rule doesn't allow people with his kind of problems to fight. So he had to continue in illegal joints. People there don't care much about rules. What they really care about is a good show. The first time I saw him fight, I immediately understood that that shabby ring under the stairs of a butcher shop wasn't the place for him. So I took him with me.
From beating people up to killing them. That's a big career move, I'd say.
Come on, Del Nero. We aren't an organization of killers. We follow an ideal.
What ideals? You're just criminals in search of power.
But power is an ideal, Del Nero. Our entire history was shaped by men who did great things in search of power. Do you really think that people like Julius Caesar or Napoleon did what they did for the sake of their people? Man was born to have power, and his entire existence is an expression of this desire. We study to get important jobs. We train to become stronger. We work at companies where we can move up the ladder. All this to have power.
I bet that you spend hours in front of the mirror repeating this little speech.
Del Nero, I just want you to see our reasons. And maybe avoid you ending up like that pathetic excuse for a man, Malone.
Go to hell, you and your reasons.
As you wish, Del Nero. I thought you were smarter, but if you don't plan on telling us anything if we use the carrot... Where is the girl?
Check the nursery schools. They're full of girls.
Why are you persisting in protecting a girl that has been entrusted to you by a man who's betrayed you in the past?
I'm a sentimental guy. I can't help it.
Del Nero, do you really want to die like your pal McLean?
Would you really shatter my dream of dying doing extreme sports?
Del Nero, where's the girl?
I must have lost her. I'm a terrible nanny.
You're making me tired. I'm not going to ask you a second time. Where have you hid the girl?
Oh,
What is it, cat got your tongue? When Oscar's done with you, that won't be a problem anymore.
Edward, knock it off.
this voice. I know this voice. It's Victoria. What the hell is she doing here?
Now that the Good Samaritan has arrived, we're all here.
Edward, you're disgusting. When this story is over, you'll answer directly to the bosses for your conduct.
Victoria. How is it possible that she is mixed up in this story? It's impossible.
This disgusting behavior is the only way to get your little friend to talk. It looks like he's having fun playing the tough guy.
I told you that you wouldn't have gotten anything from him.
So how do you plan to figure out where he hid the girl?
Using a little intelligence and civility.
Are you going to get him to tell you where he hid the girl just by asking pretty please?
We don't need him to tell us.
What do you mean?
If, before you started leaning on him, you'd look in his pockets, you'd have figured out where the girl is.
You know where she is?
On the Lower East Side, in a small pub owned by a certain Greta Reed.
Greta Reed?
Dannazione. Greta's handkerchief. They must have figured out from that where the girl is. Greta's in danger. I have to do something, but I can't even talk. That beast has gone to town on me.
Jack, can you hear me? I'm sorry about everything that's happened. I didn't want to put you in the middle of all this, but I didn't have a choice. That girl is too important to us. She has to go back to where she came from.
Victoria, how could you?
I'm sorry, Jack. I'd like to explain it all to you, but there is no time. As soon as we get out of the city, you and your friend will be freed, but don't try to follow us. I'm sorry things went this way. Goodbye, Jack.
Victoria.
Edward, you and your ape can come with me. We have to load the cars. The plane is waiting for us. Hurry up.
Plane? What plane? Victoria, where are you taking the girl?
Del Nero, it looks like you got lucky this time. Your friend saved you just in time. But the next time we meet, I can't guarantee you'll be so lucky.
Edward!
Don't worry, Good Samaritan. I won't do anything to him.
Hurry up. We don't have time.
It looks like we'll have to go now, Del Nero. Let Oscar say his goodbyes.
My head.
Dużo się...
Passed out for a while. Judging from the light filtering through the windows, it must be at least 6 a.m. Out there, the sun's rising. Some thugs with a love for archaeology are running away with a girl, and I'm stuck here, tied to a chair with a nose that looks like mush. I'd better figure out how to free myself.
Dużo się zmienia, ale raczej nic na lepsze. Nawet Wiktorii, jak się okazuje, nie możemy ufać. Więc no, do kogo się zwrócić? No teraz chyba do samego siebie, bo wątpię, by ktoś nam tutaj pomógł się stąd uwolnić. Jesteśmy sami z własnym nieszczęściem. No i cóż, trochę też wrobiliśmy Gretę. Pewnie już tam do niej jadą. Swoją drogą, kim musi być ta dziewczynka, że wszyscy tak za nią biegają? To przecież tylko małe dziecko. Musi wrócić tam, skąd przybyła. Tak powiedziała Wiktoria. Brzmi jak musi wrócić do piekła, przybyła z piekła, ale chyba ta gra nie jest aż tak pokręcona, by takiej natury było rozwiązanie. No ale zobaczymy, co przyszłość przyniesie Jackowi Del Nero. Tymczasem to już wszystko w tym odcinku. Do usłyszenia w kolejnych. Pa, pa.